This is the sound of a line being crossed. The sacred, interrupted by the secular. The solemn, drowned out by the celebratory. And at the center of this storm is a prince who promised he would never forget. While the nation fell silent to honor its war dead, Prince Harry was reportedly thousands of miles away, attending a high-profile party in California. The backlash was immediate, furious, and more personal than any he has faced before. But this is about more than just a party. This is about the final, fraying thread of a prince's connection to his family, his country, and the weight of a duty he was born to bear. Tonight, we're dissecting the scandal that may have forever severed Prince Harry from the nation he once called home. To understand the sheer scale of this betrayal in the eyes of the British public, you must first understand what Remembrance Weekend represents. It is not just another date on the calendar. It is the closest thing Britain has to a secular Sabbath. It is a national, collective act of mourning and gratitude. The silence that falls at 11 a.m. on the 11th of November is a powerful, unbreakable contract between the living and the dead. For the royal family, this duty is sacrosanct. It is their most important, non-negotiable public role. They are not just attendees, they are the chief mourners. They represent the nation's gratitude. For Prince Harry, a former soldier who served 2 tours in Afghanistan, this duty was meant to be doubly profound. He wasn't just a royal, he was a brother in arms. He knew the faces behind the names. He understood the sacrifice personally, which is why his alleged decision to skip the commemorations for a party has been seen not as a simple misstep, but as a profound act of desecration. The controversy hinges on the collision of 2 irreconcilable versions of Prince Harry. Version 1 is Harry the soldier, the Captain Wales who championed the Invictus Games, who spoke with raw empathy about the invisible wounds of war, who was hailed as a modern, relatable royal who truly got it. This is the Harry the public believed in, the Harry for whom remembrance was coded into his DNA. Version 2 is Harry the Californian, the man who stepped back from royal duties, who speaks of finding freedom and peace in Montecito, who has built a new life and a new brand based on personal happiness and commercial success. This Harry operates on a different set of rules, where personal choice trumps public expectation. The British public and the press have rendered their verdict: hypocrisy. How can the man who built his global brand on being a veteran, who profits from his military story in his book Spare, and through Invictus, seemingly abandon the most sacred veteran-centric event of the year? To them, it suggests that his military identity was just another part of the royal script he has now rejected, a convenient costume he has now taken off. The narrative being written is brutal, that for Prince Harry, the pursuit of a private, lucrative life in America has finally overridden the core tenets of duty and sacrifice he once embodied. Behind the scenes at Buckingham Palace, this scandal is a strategic nightmare. Because this isn't just about Harry's reputation, it's about protecting the monarchy itself. For King Charles, this is a personal and public relations disaster. As the new monarch, he is the custodian of remembrance. His first duty is to embody stability and tradition. His son's actions have dragged that tradition through the mud and created a massive, unwelcome distraction in the one weekend that is meant to be above politics and family drama. The palace's #1 job is to protect the brand, and the brand's core values are duty, service, and sacrifice. Harry's party attendance is a direct assault on those values. It makes the entire institution look weak, fractured, and irrelevant. If one of their own, a senior former working royal and veteran, doesn't take it seriously, why should the public? And then there is the unavoidable comparison with Prince William. William, the future king, standing stoically in the rain, embodying the never complain, never explain ethos. And Harry, the spare, laughing in the California sun. This visual dichotomy is a gift to the monarchy's critics and a wound to its supporters. It reinforces William as the dependable heir and frames Harry as the unreliable, self-centered exile. The palace communications team is now in damage limitation mode, but their hands are tied. They can no longer speak for Harry. Any defense would be shredded by the court of public opinion. Their only viable strategy is a deafening silence, hoping the storm will pass, but knowing that this incident has caused a deep, lasting stain. But is the picture truly that black and white? Could there be another side to this story? Those closer to Harry's camp suggest we are missing crucial context. Firstly, logistics and security. Attending the cenotaph service is no simple matter for Harry anymore. It would require a transatlantic flight, and, most critically, a level of security the UK is no longer willing to provide him at the taxpayer's expense. Could he be expected to come back into a potentially hostile environment, both from the press and the public, under a security cloud? Secondly, and perhaps more importantly, what if Harry honors the fallen in his own way? His life's work with the Invictus Games is a living, global monument to the service and sacrifice of military personnel. Is it possible that he believes his year-round, active commitment to wounded veterans is a more meaningful tribute than a single, symbolic appearance at the cenotaph? And then there is the psychological element. Harry has been open about his mental health struggles. The cenotaph is a place of immense personal pressure and trauma for him. It is where he walked behind his mother's coffin as a boy. It is where he is now forced to stand yards away from a family he is estranged from, under the glare of a world press that despises his current choices. For a man prioritizing his mental well-being, is that a healthy or reasonable expectation? The defense, therefore, is that Harry is not abandoning remembrance. He is redefining it on his own terms, from a place of physical and emotional safety. The question is, will the public and his family ever be able to accept that definition? Ultimately, the Remembrance Weekend scandal is a tragedy in multiple acts. It is a tragedy for the veterans who feel let down by one of their most famous champions. It is a tragedy for the king, who must lead a nation in mourning while his own family is a source of controversy. And it is a personal tragedy for Prince Harry. He has spent years trying to escape this spare narrative, to carve out an identity of his own making. But in doing so, he may have sacrificed the one part of his old identity that was universally respected and genuinely his. Captain Wales, the Soldier Prince. The party may be over, but the fallout is just beginning. And the echo of a lone bugle call over the cenotaph serves as a stark reminder of what, and who, he has left behind. What do you think? Was Prince Harry's decision a betrayal of his duty, or is he being unfairly criticized? Should he be allowed to honor the fallen in his own way? Let us know your honest opinion in the comments below. If this deep dive into the latest royal crisis intrigued you, please support this channel by liking this video, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell. We break down the stories behind the headlines. Thank you for watching.